This is the Touchstone Company's Fall and Harvest Market Update 2021. In this market update, we will look at the 2021 harvest highlights, including the crop estimate, quality and sizing, as well as total export shipments, to include export shipments for the top 5 export countries in the United States. Finally, we will share our views on market trends, future market activity, and pricing. Lastly, we will review the latest syndicated data from the U.S. domestic market. We are now nearly complete with harvest, and while more information is to come, some general conclusions regarding the 2021 crop can be made. Originally, with concerns of drought and a large crop in 2020, the industry anticipated the 2021 off crop to come in at around 850 to 950 million pounds. The new crop is now estimated at over 1 billion pounds, possibly surpassing last year's crop of 1.05 billion pounds. This comes as a bit of a surprise to the industry and is attributed to the new acreage coming into production, as well as younger producing acreage, and to some extent higher than anticipated yields from existing fields. So far, the quality looks very good. However, sizing is very small, with most handlers announcing the shift of sizing from 2125s to 2127s and from 1820s into 1923s. We're also noticing a low percentage of closed shell, which could lead to higher than expected kernel pricing. This chart represents total crop export shipments for the last 5 years. We will continue to focus on comparing total exports by region with both last year and the 2018 season. The strongest export market, Europe, slightly improved its performance towards the second half of the season, reaching a modest 6% growth compared to 2018, with a total of 195 million pounds. As a comparison, Europe was 3% above 2018 in our last spring update. Asia's decline of consumption continued during the second half of the season, with Asia totaling 191 million pounds in 2020, representing 26% more than 2019, but 34% less than the 2018 season. We will examine this in more detail later in the presentation. In the Middle East, total crop shipments reached 34 million pounds, a 17% increase compared to last year, and a 36% drop compared to 2018. This attributed to the easily available, cheaper local options. Some consumption is anticipated to return for the 2021 crop, with less availability and increased prices out of the Iran and Turkey pistachios. In North America, both Canada and Mexico showed strong gains, with an increase of 11% and 54% respectively compared to 2018, leading North America to reach a record 31 million pounds. This stronger performance could be attributed to the lessening of COVID restrictions and a return to normal life, along with favorable pricing. We anticipate this trend to continue in the near future. In Oceania, shipments continue to decline overall, with 4.4 million pounds, 25% less than 2019 and 43% less than 2018. Australia dropped 50% compared to 2018, to some extent due to local production and availability and competitive pricing from other origins, while New Zealand is showing steady increase of 16% compared to 2018. South and Central America combined reached 3.5 million pounds, a 24% increase compared to 2018. Chile, Ecuador, Colombia, and Peru led the consumption, demonstrating a clear growth potential when shipping and pricing are favorable to the region. We will now go over the top 5 export markets along with the domestic U.S. deliveries. China remains the strongest export market with 126 million pounds, a 51% increase compared to last year and an 8% decline compared to 2018. With cheaper and more available origins and the U.S. shipping challenges and delays, the Chinese consumption did not resume post-Chinese New Year. The shift in demand from Hong Kong to China, reflecting an interest for more direct business, is to some extent mitigating the decline. Hong Kong, at 31 million pounds and a dramatic 71% decline in deliveries from 2018, clearly refused to participate this season. Favored by an early Chinese New Year and continued shipping challenges, a larger handler was reported to have aggressively moved some volumes ahead of new crop, which could temper Chinese New Year demand in the coming months. Traditionally, with smaller crops and increased pricing from competing Iran and Turkey origins, both Hong Kong and China have demonstrated both growth potential while remaining highly price sensitive. Germany, representing 40% of the region with 79 million pounds, and Spain with 25 million pounds, led the demand in Europe. While the European economies are still weak from the pandemic, a return to more normal conditions is allowing consumption to resume, and the momentum that we've seen towards the second half of the season is anticipated to remain into the 2021-2022 crop season. Canada, with a close 22 million pounds, continues to show year-on-year gain of 10% on average, making it the 5th largest export market. With COVID restrictions being lifted and life returning to somewhat normal, demand in Canada is anticipated to continue to grow as U.S. origin pistachios have the advantage of proximity at a time when shipping costs are increasingly exponential. The U.S. is the largest market of U.S. pistachios, shy of 247 million pounds in 2020, 11% more than last season and 9% more than 2018. To note is the increasing demand for kernels with year-on-year gains of 16% on average over the past 4 years. Touchstone would like to make it clear that its pricing is reflective of confirmed offers or deals reported from the industry from a variety of processors, as well as reported opening prices from a large handler which were announced in early October. Some background information. Concerned that the crop and pricing would follow the almond market, which surged in the summer, some buyers covered a small portion of their needs for 2021 crop at the $4 to $4.05 per pound FAS price range, while the 2020 crop increased to $3.85 to $3.95 per pound FAS toward the end of the season. Recently, the 2021 crop asking price dropped to $3.85 to $3.95 per pound FAS for 21-27s due to some handlers feeling undercommitted, coupled with increased harvest receipts. In the short term, with large buyers covered through the end of the year, utilizing the very large carryover, prices of in-shell are anticipated to remain stable to soft. Although the market is always impacted by the opening prices in early October, which were reported at $3.75 to $3.85 per pound FAS depending on market. While offers are yet to be reported for the large 1923 sizing, a substantial premium is anticipated given the tight availability this year. With the low percentage of closed shell, offers will likely be scarce and pricing likely to increase for both closed shell and kernel offers. The latest syndicated data for the domestic market shows a turnaround for domestic pistachio consumption. IRI data through August 8, 2021 shows pistachios with an impressive growth in both units and dollars, outperforming all other substitute snack nuts in this 13-week period. What is also clear is that the leading national brand has engaged in some very aggressive promotional activities, which has led them to outperform all other brands and private labels during this reported period. We expect this trend to continue as American consumers anticipate similar retail pricing to next year. This concludes our Fall and Harvest 2021 update. For any questions and comments, please reach out to your respective contacts. We look forward to hearing from you.